free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more.
800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Good morning, Jobfather Nation. This is Foster Williams, your friendly neighborhood Jobfather. And guys, we won't have Dana with us this morning. There is a wonderful special thing that she's doing for her mom's birthday. And there's a big surprise party. So this is awesome. And so Dana won't be with us, so I'm going to fill in as best I can for Dana's part. I want to tell you guys a little bit about the podcast. It is NTX Radio. We have grown quite a bit since we started this, and we are now NTX Radio, and you guys can see that on the screen. And NTX Radio is a podcast collective, radio and podcast collective. One thing that you guys might want to know is that if you have always thought about having your own radio show or podcast, or you need to do something in that vein in order to get something out that you're doing, I suggest that you guys connect with Tiffany Hurd, Hurd, that Hurd, and you know what? She can make it happen. You guys will be surprised what you can get into with the things that are available for you through NTX Radio. Now, you might want to connect with Tiffany at t.hurd, Hurd, at ntxradio.com. It's I had no idea that I was going to have a radio show and a podcast, and Tiffany blessed me with that. And Tiffany is easy and fun to work with, and she's real smart. So she makes all of this stuff happen. And you know what? I want you guys, I want you guys to connect with Tiffany Hurd. Go find her on LinkedIn and connect with her, because you guys will be surprised what you can do. And I'm doing it, and I'm having fun. And let's see who's with us this morning. Well, hey, Sharon Adams. Good morning. Of course, you guys are looking at Darryl there smiling right now. And Kathleen. Good morning, Kathleen McGregor. I'm from McGregor, so Kathleen is special to me. All right, let's see who else. We got Alice Carrillo, my favorite Alice in the world. Jody Corbin. Jody, make sure and tell Jared and his dad, Jack, hello. And Yolanda Chen's with us. You are a regular. We love you. And guys, I want to encourage you guys, if you have questions about anything this morning, we are going to cover that. We're going to cover a lot of new things that Darryl has introduced us to, and we're going to be talking about that this morning. Our whole show is going to be devoted to AI. Good morning, Dara Patel. Good morning. I love it. You guys, Rex Sowett. Hey, Kathleen. I mentioned you earlier, didn't I? I love it when I see Kathleen with me, because I feel like I'm at home. So thanks, Kathleen. Kathleen McGregor, that is, guys. So let's start off with a word of prayer, and we see what God's got for us today. Father God, we thank you for this show each Friday. We thank you for the participants. We thank you for people that are joining us so that they may learn about new things, new ideas. We're heading into a different type of job search these days. Things are changing. The world needs more of you, and we ask that you continue to do what you do for us in this world. And we're asking you for you to be on this show with us this morning, as Darryl and I try to expose some really, really good ideas for folks to know about as we go forward in this job search, because it's not easy anymore. And we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. I'm
Amen.
is going to be joining us a little bit later. She has met. She's a big deal. So won't see her because she has this camera challenge. But we'll hear her. She'll be with us. She'll jump in there with us. And Nicole Duncan. Nikki is good. I call Nicole Duncan Nikki. And Nikki is with us. Awesome. And all over the place. Matt, you guys that are in Germany, good morning. I don't know who all you got in the room with you, but good morning, guys. And when you guys come to visit, when you guys come to visit us here in the United States, guess who's going to have a place on the show? We appreciate you guys' support. So, good morning, guys. You are looking at Darryl Erby right there, that good-looking guy. You know I'm not talking about me. And Darryl is our guest today, and we're going to be talking about what Darryl has seen. Darryl is a job seeker for you companies that are looking. Darryl is a job seeker. And what Darryl is sharing today is just part of, he's going to tell us a little bit about his sales, business development background. But my goodness, how did Darryl get to be a pretty. Darryl is pretty darn good with his AI stuff. He's even built some of his own stuff. So you companies, I want you guys to understand that if you hire Darryl to come in, you're getting a whole lot more than what you're bargaining for, and it's going to be a positive thing. So good morning, Darryl.
Um, Thank you, Foster. Good morning, Foster. Good morning, audience, as well. Thank you all for inviting me, allowing me to share as well. And I hope what I share today is going to be really valuable. We didn't do an audio test. Can you hear me okay, Foster?
Can hear you just fine. You're doing good.
Excellent. Excellent. But yeah, with that, thank you for the introduction, Foster. Yeah, what we want to really discuss and talk about today, Foster and I have modeled in some of the South Lake focus groups. And we've just had so much interest and attraction that we thought we'd come to the radio show, right, Foster?
That's right. That's right. Our job is to spread the good news, spread stuff that can help people.
So I guess we've got, what, 45 minutes, an hour's time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start here. I think that we should dive right in.
Just get in.
And let's frame this up. Oh, somebody's calling me here. Let me put my phone on mute as well. So, in fact, it's my father-in-law because I told my family I was going to be on today. So
that's awesome.
really
I better
fun.
shut
So-
my phone up because my phone loves to ring when
Okay,
I'm
so-
on there.
Let's dive in. So, first of all, the objective of our conversation today is to inspire everyone.
That's right.
Inspire everyone to understand that AI is not taking people's jobs.
And
On
it
the
ain't
contrary.
going to, y'all.
So, right, AI is not going to take people's jobs, but people that know how to utilize AI will be taking those jobs. So I want you to meditate on that for just a second.
That's a good medication there. Meditation. Did I say medication? Oh my God.
It might be medicine.
Well, it might
as
be a
well.
little bit of both. I know.
So yeah, I want everyone to think about that. AI is not going to take people's jobs at all. It is going to be the individuals that are taking advantage of this new tool to enhance their workflows, to enhance how they work, and to do more with less. This is a human story, okay? And this is what I want to bring everyone down to the level to understand and sort of give everyone the nuts and bolts of what's happening with all of this innovation here, right? So what I want to share with what I want everyone to start thinking about is all of their experience, okay? Think about your decades of experience without AI. Now think about the future. Your kids, your grandkids, they're not going to do those things.
Oh my goodness.
They are not going to be hands-on. So everyone needs to understand that immediately you are the the smartest people on the last group of smartest people on the planet. You
Hello.
have a skill set of several decades of hands-on experience, and you can compound that with the tools of the future as well. So that's what I want everyone to start thinking about. I want you to start brain dumping. Think about your work autobiography. What have you done, right?
Okay.
This is the exercise that I want everyone's mind to start going towards right now. There's so many small things you've done, from when you were a teenager, maybe being a lifeguard, from maybe there was a work program, maybe you worked somewhere for 2 weeks or something like that, but you had hands-on experience. That is value that I want everyone to start thinking about right now. And as we go through this journey of how to utilize these AI tools, and kind of unpack and embarrass myself a little bit on my career history, right? I want everyone to start thinking about their own and how they can apply some of the exercises that I did for themselves. So yeah, I'll leave it there. But before that, Foster, any thoughts before we kind of keep the agenda going here?
We want to keep it going. We want to tell the little secret things. You and I have been in a number of conversations about AI and about our use of it and understanding what it is. And I'm sure glad that you started off this conversation with saying that AI is not going to take our jobs. Guys, it's not going, it's going to replace some functionality. And we want that because Darryl and I are real big on helping people understand that AI is a tool, guys. It's not a person, it is a tool. And you folks that are leaders in corporate America, some of you guys that are listening right now, understand that. Understand that the proper use of AI is going to get you to where you're trying to go to. Is going to You're going to cover your goals. You're going to be able to do things that you never even thought were even possible. But guys, don't go out there and think you're going to get rid of a bunch of people and replace them with AI. I have actually heard that from some people. So that's what Darryl and I are here to do, to let you guys know the proper way to think when it comes to AI. Maybe we'll make you think about some things you never even thought about before.
Awesome, awesome. So, true words there, Foster. I want to talk about my recent experiences. Starting 2025, what has Darryl been doing in his job world, right? And
Right.
I made some notes and an agenda, and I'm pretty open to sharing them. And I just so that everyone can kind of follow along with my journey here. And I don't know if this is viewable or not to the audience. I'm sure they'll get it up there, but yeah.
Oh, good.
In February of this year, I had a really awesome opportunity to interview with Google. And at the time, I was working for an Austrian business process automation operations platform. They provided no code tools, created a partnership with IBM with them here in the United States, got that Go level partnership. And my primary task there was completed, right? And I was looking to expand. I had talked with my old VP. I got an opportunity to interview with Google. She was working there at the time, still is, and I went through the full process. I had 3 interviews total, and what they told me was use our tools. Use our tools to study for the interview, understand the position. This is Google public sector, right? This is
Good.
actually
Yeah.
one of Alphabet's companies, which is interesting. So
Accessible to everybody.
right, so Google public sector, and they've made these again, correct, reflecting what you're saying. They've made these tools available to everyone as well as the job candidates. So I went online, I studied for everything, and I eventually did not get the job, but I still had that momentum and applied for a job that I wasn't qualified for or didn't have the resume for after the Google interviews, right? I had that energy. I was just like, man, I just interviewed with Google, that was cool, but I did. It's very likely I won't get the job, so I got to focus. I got on AI. I brain dumped that exercise that I was telling you all about earlier. I unloaded my work autobiography, right? And inside of that that brain dump that I had with AI, I was able to put pieces together that matched what they were looking for a position for a pharmaceutical enterprise sales rep.
Uh-huh.
My client was Pfizer day 0, right? And other than that, I was the new sales guy, but I had Pfizer as a client, and I came in and was able to pinpoint some points from my industrial manufacturing staffing age, right?
Okay.
I worked with a pharmaceutical company and was able to pinpoint that with AI and bring that to the surface in a cover letter that connected with the CEO. So I was really able to do this value assessment and take control of the narrative by sharing with the company themselves, hey, my name's Darryl. I've got a lot of experience in XYZ, oil and gas, manufacturing, retail, but I don't have that same breadth of experience in pharmacy. I really think that I'm the right guy for this job. Here's my cover letter and my resume. I sent that on LinkedIn to every single recruiter. for the company, everyone in HR, and they talked about me. And eventually, that letter got to the CEO, and I got the job. So with that, unfortunately, I was let go not too long ago, which put me here. So I'm really glad to be here and be here with you all. And I've put together some new concepts and ideas on how to be effective in a job search for I guess this 2.0 version of myself, right? Utilizing AI, and now that I have this really great opportunity to be in the search again in the tech world, I've put together some new resources, and I've shared some of these resources with the South Lake Focus Group, and I think that this is really going to connect with some people. So the first thing I want to show is a website that I put together with AI. I utilize my resume, my background, that brain dump that I had. In one session, I was able to have an MVP that was ready to go. It looked good. A few iterations afterwards, I have my website here. I don't know if it's sharing on the screen, but I'd like to share that if that's possible.
So, good. So, yeah, there it is.
So with that, I just took the link from my picture from LinkedIn and uploaded that as well. And here we go. We've got a simple website that now I'm in control of the narrative again. And
Darryl, can I interrupt you real quick? I want to make a point because you just made a good point without knowing that you did it for job seekers to pick up. Job seekers, Darryl used his picture on the website, the same picture he's got on LinkedIn. We want to be consistent with our messaging when people are searching us. Okay, here's Darryl, this Darryl Erby guy. I want to see some of this stuff he's talking about. So when you go and you see that same picture, you're able to connect the dots right there, and that is called branding. Darryl is branding himself. He didn't even know that he was going to go in that direction until I got a hold of him, probably. But we've got some fun stuff. You guys, it's not the first time that you guys are going to see Darryl, but we got some fun stuff planned and letting folks know what is happening to us in our journey, in Darryl's journey for his next job. Once again, remember that Darryl is available to be hired. Now I'm going to shut up and let him continue. I hope I didn't throw him off the tracks.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't want to spend too much time on this website, but I want everyone to understand how easy it is right now. And something that I want to highlight, Foster, is controlling your narrative.
Right.
With that branding aspect, LinkedIn is great, but those fields and how LinkedIn works is designed for LinkedIn. You need what Foster Williams needs. You need what Gerard Roble needs. You need what Kathleen needs, what Alice Carrillo needs, right? You want to have your message, your narrative there for you and display what you are trying to achieve. And a really smart person inside of the focus group, her name laps me now, but really smart lady, worked at Kimberly-Clark and a couple other places. She actually mentioned that to me. She's like, you need to control the narrative, and the people will understand and reflect when you put out there what you do, right? So yeah. Any thoughts there, Foster?
I think this is what the network is for, guys. We get together, and what Darryl is talking about, you will pick up different ideas from different people. If one thing doesn't work, maybe you can try something different. You heard somebody else go through it and what their journey through that was, what they discovered in their deal. And guys, that's why I'm so big, not just because I created a big network, but it is imperative that you guys get out from behind the computer. Now, you're going to need to be on the computer because you got to apply for the jobs. But then, number two, guys, get out the South Lake Focus Group. Get out the Frisco Connect, North Dallas Job Seekers Network, the whole thing, so that you can meet people and hear things that you actually will not see posted on the websites and all that sort of things. You guys would be surprised how many jobs that are discovered were not discovered. Nobody posted about them. And if in the network, people know people and people know what's going on. So if you get out there and you get amongst people, there are plenty of blessings to be picked up out there. So you guys will always hear me say, get out of the house, come out. I want you guys, you job seekers, a lot of people that are listening to us right now are not in Texas. So guys, you can go to southlakefocusgroup.com. It's a wonderful website. They'll tell you all about our exploits at South Lake. And let me tell you that again, southlakefocusgroup.com. And, oh, there's a picture of Darryl going across there. Darryl, you're looking pretty dapper there, buddy. Okay. And also, guys, I want you to go and check out friscoconnect.org. That is a website that we have been created. Thank you, Pete Hernandez, for helping us create friscoconnect.org, guys. You can go there. We have wonderful speakers that cover a number of wonderful topics in expansion of what Darryl and I are doing right now. We like to get people that are involved and people that have wonderful backgrounds in certain areas to share with you guys what's going on so that you can go into your interviews and go into companies when you are hired and share this good stuff with them. Now, thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen said the truth. The focus groups are wonderful. I met so many wonderful people. The support is wonderful from all groups, guys. And that is what it's all about. There's 8 billion of us on this planet. And I think it's probably a good idea if we get along with each other. Because when we don't get along with each other, we've got some evidences of that in the news now. When we don't get along with each other, we don't communicate, we don't share, we don't care about each other. So, guys, hey, this is why we get out and this is why we do it. That second part of you applying for a job is to get out to the network and see, hey, maybe somebody knows somebody. I saw a job at McKesson that fits my background really well. I saw a job at IBM. I saw a job at Core One. That's one we've been working on. And guess who? The Jobfather, me, has connections, relationships, even beyond connections at those companies in which I am able to go and endorse you. We'll talk a little bit and we'll find out why you're applying for that job and what your background is and why they should consider you for that job. And then I'm going to go out there and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? You are in HR. You are maybe we got a lot of hiring managers that are out of this network, or definitely the recruiters like me. And I'm going to say, listen, my good friend Darryl Erby saw this position, and I am in total endorsement of Darryl Erby, and I'm sending you his resume. I want you to go check him out. Now, Darryl has already applied for the position, so he is in your applicant tracking system. So all you got to do is go to your applicant tracking system and see the resume that Darryl submitted to your company for that position. And you will see some of the things I'm talking about. You will see some of the things, reasons of why I endorse Darryl. And you know what, guys? Rania Patterson, good morning. Rania is a good longtime friend of mine that is over at Baylor Scott and White, and he's a recruiter there. And we were looking at a position yesterday, and that position had 189 applicants. And you know what? I told Rania, I said, Rania, I am I'm suggesting that you go in and look at my buddy Nakaya. She applied for that position, and I am in total support of Nakaya. I endorse her fully, especially for this role. You know what he did? He didn't have time to go through 189 resumes. Come on now. But he went and he pulled Nakaya out. And he says, I see that she applied. I see why. My goodness, why she applied. And hopefully later today, they are going to be talking. So, guys, this is only one way that the network can work to help you get in amongst all, because there's a lot of applicants. There's a lot of people on the road right now. I want to be very, very positive in my sharing of this. Guys, we have seen a lot between just South Lake Focus Group and and Frisco Connect. We have seen a lot of people landing in the last month. I mean, tons of people landing jobs. Here's what I think is happening, and this is only a piece of it, guys. And I'm gonna shut up and let you guys have more Darryl. But check this out. we're heading into the fourth quarter now. Companies are going to have to take care of those budgets, or they're going to lose them. So we see a lot happening. We usually do this time of year, and the evidence of it is right there at the groups, guys. So get out there and do your networking, apply for those jobs. Don't take your foot off of the accelerator during this time of year, because we got Thanksgiving coming up, we got Christmas coming up. I'm hearing music. That means we're going to go to commercial. When we come back, we're going to have more Darryl. Darryl and I are going to try to talk and tell you guys a whole lot of things that will be beneficial to your job search. Thank you. We'll see you in a minute.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark. Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
All right, we are back. Who is we? Jobfather, Job Seeker Nation. This is our show each Friday, guys. Tune in each Friday. We have wonderful guests, and we talk about job search. We try to dissect job search. What's going on? Well, how do we get through some of these bottlenecks and things like that? Every Friday, guys, at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. You guys are on the East Coast, that'll be 12. You guys are on California, my other wonderful home state. It'll be 9 o'clock in the morning, so you guys got to get up early and get with us. So, and we appreciate you guys joining us. And all across the world, you guys, I could go on and on with time zones and things like that. But this is our attempt to make you guys smile. We have a dad joke where I forgot on the first part of the show. Kathleen McGregor and Don Champlin, you guys have been promoted to be the referees for my dad joke that I'm going to come up with. So here we go. I'm going to watch Darryl's face while I say this. So you guys know when you
I am a dad, so
you are a dad. You qualify. You got to help me along the way. All you guys got to help me with this dad joke stuff. So, guys, when you turn on the TV, you always see these dentists and the dental commercials, and they're always saying that brushing alone is not going to get you to your goals, what you want to do to save your teeth and do all the things that you do for your teeth. So not just brushing, guys. There's other things you got to do. So if brushing alone is not going to help me, then I'm going to invite Darryl to come in and brush with me.
How about this? I'll bring the floss.
Oh, no.
Come on, man. Oh, yay. Maz is with us, guys.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Technical issues on my end, but no, Foster, go
Maz,
stand in the corner and think about what you just said.
you ought to enjoy what we're talking about on this show because you're a lot more technical than Foster is. And you and Darryl, man, Darryl will say some things that will spark up some conversation out of you. So we're glad to have you. We understand that we're not going to have you on video today, but that's okay because we want to hear that voice and just jump in there with us. So I've tried to make everybody laugh, and Gerard Roble also asked. He says, "Where is the favorite barbecue restaurant for this week?" And hey, you just gave me something, and we're in trouble. So we're gonna have a barbecue restaurant. Everybody knows I like barbecue. So if you guys don't eat, your job search is not going to go good because you're not going to be around. You got to eat, right? Okay. So, Kathleen says, "Ruh-roh." So, guys, our barbecue restaurant, and it's going to be here in Dallas Fort Worth, unfortunately, guys. So you got to come to Dallas Fort Worth to try it. So earlier this week, Tuesday afterwards, myself and let's see who was with us. It was myself. It was Jama Ball. It was Justin, and it was I'm trying to think of who the other person that was with us. I'll come up with that. Anyway, it's the HR lady. So I'm going to tell you guys that when it pops into my mind later. But we went to Hutchins. Our barbecue restaurant is Hutchins, Hutchins. The original Hutchins was born and bred in McKinney, Texas. But there is a wonderful restaurant also in Frisco. I did mention Frisco Connect earlier, didn't I? So after Frisco Connect, guys, you can go to Hutchins. And I'm here to tell you, if you haven't had barbecue, that's as a good example of some of the best barbecue, Texas barbecue that you're going to get. And I know that you guys in the Midwest, I know that you guys up in Missouri and you guys up in Kansas City and all those places, y'all think y'all got it like that. Well, you'll get a chance to see what real barbecue is all about. So once again, our barbecue restaurant, thank you, Gerard Roble. This week is Hutchins, Hutchins. You can go Google. You can Google it up and you see what I'm talking about. All right.
You're gonna make some enemies across the state or the country.
See, this is fun. This is what I like about social media. We make fun enemies and we laugh and we get things done.
Yeah, absolutely. So Darryl, let's do this. Let's do the second half. The stage is
let's
yours,
do this.
sir.
Let's pick up where we left
off. Well, I'm hungry. What time is it? Jeez, okay, it's almost lunchtime. So hey, and it's Friday. So I didn't tell everyone happy Friday. So it's my wife's a teacher, so Friday's a really happy day at our house. So yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. First of all, let's get everybody refocused here. Mez, we did a thought experiment at the beginning. Everyone, break down your decades of experience. You are currently the smartest person on the planet. We're going into a transition where every child born now will go to AI and ask it questions and have very little hands-on experience. Let's rock and roll, okay? Keep that thought experiment in mind. I made this website utilizing AI. I was able to do that brain dump that I was talking about. I created this timeline of my career journey and more, and it's just a visual way of looking at my resume, right? My resume's here as well, of course. But below this, we've got our presentation for today. And can everybody see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yep, we're good to go.
Yeah, so we're going to jump into this presentation, and this is going to mold our thought experiment and into action, and take us. Let's get this screen right here. Tiffany was telling me this wasn't showing up right earlier. Let's see. How's that look? Is it too small? Is that good?
No, that's good because
Okay, cool.
we can enlarge it on our end.
Okay, cool. Anyways, what we're doing here is taking our story here, and we are going to improve ourselves with 1% bricks, 1% iterations, right? To build up on what we've already done with our own hands, our own experience. And I want everybody to break this down. I want to break this down just a little bit for everyone because you might not be able to see the text very well due to some errors. Funny fact here, I made this presentation with AI. No PowerPoint, no touching, no dropping, no dragging, no typing, just vibe coding. Now, humans have been utilizing shovels to dig since we've had shovels, right? Lo and behold, one day someone creates a steam engine where if you have a hole full of mud, you can pump the water out of it now. This completely changes the game. Think of yourself as one of these people that had the shovel back then, right? You were the one digging. You just lost your job because of this machine that was invented 400 years ago, right? This has been happening, and these sorts of changes and iterations and automation, this is a human story. Humans automate and incorporate new tools to advance processes in many fashions, right? And so we today are in a situation where they've taken away our shovels, right? Or we are still utilizing shovels, and some people aren't utilizing shovels. And I want everyone to think about the innovation of this pump, this steam engine pump, designed 400 years ago, and the curve of innovation and what's happened to that over time. And I also want you to think about the people that made these innovations. Now, you may not be able to see this. I'm seeing in the preview here that it's pretty small, but in the dawn of the 17th, we're talking 17th century here, they just had mine dewatering with the steam pump. Early 18th century, one man named James Watt adds an atmospheric casing to the steam pump so that it works more efficiently. It works so much more efficiently that no one even remembers the guy that invented the steam engine. Everyone remembers James Watt. And get this, James Watt, he wasn't he was a guy that worked with his hands. He had already worked with his hands. He wasn't a big business guy at the time or anything. He wasn't an engineer by trade. He saw the problem and knew how he could make it 1% better. Not only did he make it 1% better, he made it significantly better, actually. Exactly. But then we move on into the 18th century. Now we have the rotary piston for the steam engine, right? We have all these small iterations, and these aren't happening from engineers. These are happening with people that have experience, hands-on experience in the field, right?
Shout out to my engineers. Shout out to my engineers out there.
There we go. Yeah. Digging with their own shovels, and now they have a new shovel, a new way to iterate and advance how they dig, right? And not until the dawn of the 19th century, actually get the trains and more. That we get the steamboats, the steam engines for the trains and more. So think about this, 225 years ago, that's when the steam engine was invented. That's when the steam locomotive was invented.
Oh, it was 225 years ago?
Right. So there's been so much change and iteration that's happened over that time. And so we have to expand our thought process and look at how much change is happening now and realize that we can either fall behind or be that individual that iterates somehow and becomes 1% better and changes something. So here we go. We have a branching timeline. Late 17th century, the steam engine was used in the mining world. mainly for pumping. In fact, some of the iterations came for carts that got their initial inertia from a steam engine that would move coal from one end of the mine to another. Then we have manufacturing. In 1781, we have the steam engine in manufacturing, transportation, and then not until just after the Civil War here in the United States, in England, I believe it was 1882, they utilized a steam engine to turn a turbine to produce electricity. Okay. So over all this time, we've had this innovation curve with one process that has provided so much innovation, money, wealth, efficiency, quality of life, right, for society and more. And it's because people have found, people that worked with their hands, that have had hands-on experience, took this new tool and iterated with it and created a process and made it better. So I want everybody to kind of think about that a little bit.
Okay. And that's our job search. I see that in our job search.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, what does this page say to you, Foster? Can you see this okay? Mez?
Digital workforce.
I could see it.
See it, Maz?
Yep. So digital workforce, digging, and old mindset, new strategy. I completely agree with that bottom part of this slide. So basically, it's a new frontier. Space is not just our new frontier, it is also technology. As the technology and as our lives get actually easier, sometimes it builds a barrier to our mindset because we want change in theory, but at the same time, we don't want to adjust our schedule. Like everybody knows, we do not want to adjust our schedule. We do not want to do anything different because it worked then. Why won't it work now? So with AI, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, Darryl, is with AI and these new tools, they're just that. They are a tool. But if you do not have your hands-on experience, I remember my professors, geez, they tortured us. They were old school. Like, you draw it, you build it. So once we built our little scale-up models, holy crap! I'll keep it G-rated. All of a sudden, it's like, no, that doesn't work. It looked good on paper. It looked good on paper, but it does not work in real life. And that's the same thing with technology sometimes. So when it comes to job search and AI, it is just that, a tool. Sometimes you have to adjust. You have to realize, okay, this is what I'm facing. This is what I need to know. This is how it works. And the other half of that is you have to be able to. I'm getting an echo. It's from me. Anybody else getting an echo?
I'm going to jump in while Mez is having some audio difficulties. Can you guys hear me?
There we go. Yep. Okay, much better. So as I was saying, you have to be able to use the tool correctly, and the tool is only as good as the input. So if there was no steam, to go back to his example, if there was no pistons, if there was no steam, if there was no coal, it wouldn't work. So AI takes a huge amount of data, but if that data is bad, it's going to give bad results. So you have to be able to you still have to be wise enough, like a GPS system. Remember, take a left turn now. I'm on a bridge. I am not taking a left turn. You know, you have to know.
Well, yeah.
If you're in the middle of a bridge and like, please take right turn. Recalculating.
I ain't going to do it.
But that's where we're at with AI. It is so new. It is still developing, and the data is still coming in. So if you need to have that mindset of trust but verify. Does that make sense, Foster? Trust but verify? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to springboard on that, what you're saying, guys. Mez just said a very important part. AI has been around forever, but our usage in the way that we use it today is just getting started. So now is a time to jump in, get accustomed to it, and grow with it. Because believe me, y'all, it's going to grow. We're going to see a whole lot more of it. And we've already seen movies before the advent of AI and the tools that we have today, we've already seen movies about AI and what we're going to be in the future. I'll tell you real quick, and I'm going to shut up and get back to Darryl. But when I started, oh my God, here I go. When I started recruiting, guys, there was no LinkedIn. We had paper, we had lists, and all kinds of places we had to go get lists, and we had to call people. We didn't know if they had a job or didn't have a job at that point. And back then, people didn't want to talk to recruiters because we were a pest. And some people would hang up on us. So we move into, and then I think 2003, all of a sudden comes LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a wonderful thing. Then everybody wants to get all these big numbers on LinkedIn to make them look like they're hot and all of that. And we went in that direction, and that not necessarily the direction we want to go in. So as it evolved, we knew that we could dig into things and make better sense in doing our job as recruiters. So now today, Microsoft actually bought LinkedIn. I know everybody doesn't know that, but Microsoft bought LinkedIn, and they are adding some functionality to LinkedIn that just wasn't there before to make things easier. Now, according to what Mez has just told us, we are so busy, and you know what? Well, it's not 24 hours enough time in a day to get your job done, especially if you're a recruiter. So yes, a lot of these things, and as Darryl said earlier, guys, let's make sure that we see where we're going with this thing so that we don't misuse. We don't want to turn left on the bridge, as but we want to keep ourselves going in a way that's going to optimize what we're doing in a timely fashion, guys, in a timely fashion. Okay, shut up, Foster.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hey, hey.
Okay, I'm in a La Madeline, so I don't know if you're getting. If you tell me if there's
we can hear you just fine.
Okay, so to make sure if there's any loud background noise. Listen, I just want to say that I had an incredible opportunity to speak one-on-one with Darryl yesterday, and we were kind of running through how we were going to do the presentations, and we ended up in, I don't know, did we end up talking for like 30 minutes, Darryl? I can tell you there are links in the comments for this show to this presentation and to his website.
Yay.
And I highly recommend that each of you goes through this because, and if you get an opportunity to speak with Darryl one-on-one, if he wants to give up that time, because I may be occupying some of that time myself, as he and I've discussed, because I'm already using the AI tools, and within that, I'm learning something new. And Darryl taught me something I knew nothing about yesterday.
This is the way it goes. Yeah.
Yes, and so when we say that there's AI tools, I mean, like I use ChatGPT 5.0 right now for a lot of what I do. I also use Gemini, but I'm not using Gemini to its full potential. Am I, Darryl? Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
I apologize. I had myself muted. If you share the screen, I have a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
surprise for Tiffany.
Oh, check it.
Oh my gosh, stop it. You made the move.
Look at that.
Okay. So this is one of my other businesses, and he and I briefly talked about it because I need so much more help in order to juggle all the things that I'm doing. I already see other things that you did. Holy schmoly.
Nice word choice.
So I want you to
PG-13 rated show.
I was trying to be good. Darryl, that's unbelievable. So he took those pictures that are on my website, thetiffy.com, and he made them move. Those were not moving people on my website. So he did that. And how long did it take that? How long did it take you to do that, Darryl?
I did it took about 30, 45 minutes. The thing that took the longest was grabbing each image individually and telling the bot which one's which. Other than that, it took it away. So yeah.
That's
and Foster stopped me because I was drinking coffee and realized I hadn't taken the dogs for a walk.
Oh, you didn't take them for a walk?
Yeah, well, I did. I took them. Oh, they're getting up as soon as I said the word. And now I came back from the walk, and it didn't even take that long. It was minutes, so it was there. So yeah.
Okay, this is an unbelievable tool. So this was the tool that you used, Darryl, to create your website, correct?
Yep, it was really easy. I just talked to the bot and told it what I wanted, and it was really easy. But this is your website.
This is crazy. This is just totally crazy.
Cool?
And these are AI images from the 3 or 4 girls that you had on the website. I just dropped them in, said make some other styles for their sleeves, keep their clothes the same, keep the same people. Boom.
I mean, these are all the things, like some of this, the picture where it says Scrub Buddies, although that's not the right product, there's no picture on the website where she's got her hands on her face. So, like, totally
amazing.
And this is good. And guys, I want to tell you, Tiffany is our boss. Tiffany owns NTX Radio. And when I'm talking about T.Hurd at ntxradio.com, there she is right there. Wonderful lady. And we're all learning together, guys. When we started this show, we have grown. We've grown to what we are now. We're going to continue to grow. And I want to give double, triple, triple thanks to Tiffany. And
well, thank you.
Thank you,
there
Tiff.
she is right
no
there.
idea. Beautiful.
I just want y'all to know who she was.
She's beautiful, isn't she? Absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous.
All right,
No.
Okay, I want to bring the focus back to Darryl, though, because let me just tell you, he's a plethora of information. And if you're looking to hire someone who has this type of knowledge, this is an absolute spectacular candidate to bring on board with you, not only to utilize his skills in AI, but to train and teach the rest of your staff on how to do this.
Yes.
In the same manner as if your company, your business, for those corporations that might be listening, if you're not yet utilizing these types of tools, you are behind the ball. You are way behind, right?
Yep.
So this is something that in our conversation yesterday, Darryl was able to show me. I mean, like all my spideys, everything went off, and I was like, wait a minute, I could take hands off the Tiffy website and business part of it and really let it run more freely as I needed to do without having to bring on, because I am a small business, 5 more people to do this job. Am I right, Darryl? I mean, this is where it is. So it's not about
this is where AI is going.
Right. And this is not about replacing jobs within big corporations. Let's keep that in mind, right? Because you still have to have someone who can utilize the tool in certain senses. But for a small business owner, these are tools that can absolutely help us grow to a bigger scale, right?
Yep. Tiff, can I springboard off of that comment? That's brilliant. I love it. And it kind of goes back to what we were saying in general with AI. You still need to have the skills to know what to do. Like, you want to know structure. You have to know, no, this isn't going to work in real life versus what AI puts out. And once you have the tool and can utilize the tool, you still need like a human eye, like Tiff said, because all of a sudden if she had the pictures up there and it's like Barney doing anime or something, it's not going to work out really well. It's like, no, that's not what I asked for. You know, you have to have that experience first and foremost, especially with
absolutely
big
all right
projects.
Hey, because we've got about 30 seconds. Darryl, for those that are listening on the radio, please tell everybody out loud where they can find you.
Out loud, you can find me on LinkedIn, Darryl Erby.
ERBY.
Yeah, ERBY. It's spelled the right way with 2 R's. But with that, there's an assignment that I want to give everyone as well, and it starts off with that brain dump, and then hopefully next week we can get into the point where the strategic perseverance pays off, and we can talk about getting our brain dump into an exercise where we actually have real outcomes.
All right.
Fantastic. Hey, you guys.
More Darryl. We want more Darryl.
Go to ntxradio.com/The Jobfather. and you can watch this full episode in replay. All right.
Have a great
Have an amazing
weekend.
weekend.
Bye, guys.
Everybody, see
Save
you
money
next
on your
week.
next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call. Flights are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets